Space. There we go. In
You're not
velocity
giving
pad.
space for divine gravity.
That's right. She's gonna be angry all night. Give her attention for a moment so she gets mad and runs away. Alright. Once you guys got back to the Blue Water Inn, a little bit of a secret was revealed to you about the Keepers of the Feather. A group of were-ravens that have been secretly trying to assist you, watching over you. They're against Strahd just like you are. And the enemy of my enemy is sometimes my ally. You guys had a long rest, or decided that you were going to have a long rest at the end of last session, and had some plans for some downtime, if you still do. Please feel free. Which all of you can use a long rest if you have not.
That's what I'm double checking right now. See, that's all my slots. I don't foresee needing remove curse for now. So I'm going to prepare fireball, as any wizard with their salt would.
I'm going to put you in very tight spaces.
Hell yeah.
Do any of you have backup characters ready?
Oh, always.
Oh, I don't.
I should probably make one, because wizards are squishy.
I've one in concept, so that's good.
There you go.
See, that's all hit points, all hit die.
Let's see. Last session, you guys also did with the bringing the man from the vineyard with the wine, or you've essentially unlocked a an ally against Strahd. Say, one of your tarot cards that you've had read to you spoke about an ally or someone that could help. Very vaguely, of course, because that's how tarot readings are for many reasons. So you guys have, I believe that's the second tarot card that you guys have completed.
Ah, there's a section on downtime activities.
Yeah, there is. If there's anything you guys would like to do.
For those of you who don't have the PHB open right now, you can craft things. You can work, kind of boring, let's be real. You can use that time for recuperating, say from debilitating injury, disease, or poison. Spend some time researching, spend some time training, and that's all that the 2014 PHB has to say on the matter. Do I have the Dungeon Master's Guide open? No, I don't.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things that you can do. Obviously, that has to deal with just your character, what they might do in their normal day-to-day life. I believe, was it Xanther's Guide to Everything has some interesting ones, like your usual, buying items, drinking, crafting items, crime, gambling, pit fighting, the normal things that you're going to do. research, scribe spells, training, work. It's really kind of a catch-all that you can do anything that doesn't normally come up in your day-to-day activities, within reason, obviously. Good opportunities for role-playing if you guys would like. Otherwise, we can always move forward.
Which I do remember Nir and I were planning on, like, Saoirse and Leandra continuing that discussion about the Lich thing at some point.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's
And I think
not
a good excuse would be Saoirse going out into the woods looking for herbs with medicinal properties and all that. Because they do, in fact, have proficiency in the medicine skill.
very nice.
You know, out in the woods, not a whole lot besides you and whoever you brought for company, and perhaps the ravens. Or bugs. Assume you are never more than a few feet away from a bug.
That's very factually correct. So you'd like to go out in the woods. Assume you're going to do this near dusk, as you are all settling down, getting ready to do whatever it is that you do in your long rest. Pull up the map of the city for you.
But not too far out, because those who wander into the mist seldom return.
Yeah, never advise wandering too far into the mist in real life. When you're in Barovia, I would suggest not doing that at all. But you know, I'm sure you're going to be fine. So, Leander, are you going to accompany Saoirse out into the woods? Perfect. Serena, Lyra, is there anything that you two would like to be doing? Or are you just relaxing at the inn?
That would just be relaxing at the end.
I want to work on one of my paintings. I don't remember which one I did last time. I think I did. Oh god, this is gonna be like a year ago when I'm gonna reference this image, but
Please do.
in my little prologue that never got recorded, I think the first painting I did was from the sky view, if that makes sense, without me saying everything.
Mm. Yeah, I believe you're right.
I want to get the, I guess the room that was behind that door that led out to the sky view, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Essentially what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to start painting out a map. From what I can remember.
I like it. Let's see. I'm gonna have you give me some sort of roll here, just to see how well you do on this. Not sure what kind of roll I want you to give me on this, but you're a pretty adept painter, I'm assuming, right?
Man, I'm decent.
Decent, yeah. That's fair. So let's make it one that's more you trying to remember correctly. And we will go with, well, I was going to say something like insight, but not really somebody's mood, but maybe yourself. Maybe we get a little weird and go with things. Tell you what, give me an Arcana roll. Let's see.
Oh, okay.
Since this is kind of a magical place you're trying to recall, let's do that. I'm definitely not looking at your character sheet trying to find something that you've got a decent little add to.
Got a 20, a dirty 20.
A dirty 20, nice. Yeah, you're able to remember quite a bit of this. Your painting is very skilled, while also being quite descriptive of the layout of the ways that you went. Things like that. Perhaps that will be of use to you later on. I like it. Lyra, were you just relaxing at the inn, you said? They.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything specific that you wanted to do? Or are you just enjoying?
She's relaxing. She'll probably like, I don't know if it's possible, but you know how she's like a shifter, right?
Mhm.
Can she like bring out her wolf claws? She's probably like taking care of them or like cleaning them or some shit.
Oh yeah. So you're by the
Okay.
fireplace, cleaning up your long shifted nails or something.
Mm-hmm.
Normally that may get you some unusual looks, but right now the inn is pretty quiet, with only those that know some of your secrets and you some of their secrets. So
Mhm.
you're not really causing much of a disturbance. Giving an interesting little show. So yeah, you're doing some much needed personal pampering. And with that, or two that are wandering in the woods nearby. Now, in order to go to the woods, you will have to exit the city proper. Outside the gates. The safety of the town proper. Was there any direction in particular that you were feeling to go and search for these herbs?
Where's my ping tool?
If you're like me, you won't find it for 2 minutes, and then you won't be able to unfind it. Now everything else you do will just ping everything. Should be able to. There you go. Beautiful. I almost clicked almost right where you were circling, anyways. Amazing. So you're heading up to the northwest a little bit, kind of in the safety
Yep.
of this little circle of the wall here. Not a bad choice, in all honesty. Gives you lots of routes to retreat if you need.
Yep.
And no, there's not. For some reason, I was thinking there was a gate somewhere nearby you. But I mean, you've got one south and one east of you. So if you would like to go ahead and give me a roll to see how much you can find here. Let's do a survival roll, since you are foraging for things. 15, not too bad. Now, was there anything in particular that you were looking for, or just generally gathering supplies for your spells?
Why not a little bit of A, a little bit of B? Depends on what's actually in the woods.
Well, you do manage to find a good number of fairly common things
What's
that
that
will...
word that we use that encourages blood to clot? Hemostatic stuff.
There you go. Yeah, when I type in, I'm sure I'm put on a list now. Blood clotting agent. I'm sure that my NSA agent is taking note. But let's be honest.
Greetings, ATF guy.
I'm sure they're tired of me by now.
So yeah, mystery herb that will maybe help you stop bleeding.
Sounds useful.
And how? Well, I'm trying to find a list. I found a big list of things, but of course, digging through all that. Yeah, you did manage to find generic herb, unless you know one in real life, because I'm drawing a blank, that that will help. Say you find enough that you could possibly make 2 bandages, poultice, whatever the proper term is, to stop bleeding and stabilize someone, if that's what you're thinking.
Works for me. I'm gonna note that down.
That's good.
And by the way, this is an over-the-table question.
Mhm.
I don't remember exactly, but I think when like Leandra and Saoirse spoke to each other last session, she didn't like outright say like what the offer at the temple was. I don't think she did, but I don't remember exactly.
Hasn't happened yet.
Okay. Okay.
Easy. You're forging through the woods. The sun is going down. You don't really hear any scary noises. This close to town. You guys have seen quite a bit out in this world anyways, out in Barovia. So maybe you're not as jumpy as you once were many nights ago. It's almost peaceful and quiet for you while you slowly wander the woods looking for any herbs, nuts, berries, flowers that might be of use to you.
Mushrooms that won't poison you.
Well, let's not be too hasty. I mean, you can use the poison mushrooms the other way. Try and give Strahd a mushroom to eat. I'll let you two, if you two would like to discuss anything, please feel free.
So I'm guessing you're gonna want a clearer explanation of what it was I was talking about from back at the temple.
I am all webbed ears.
As I said, I was told that it would be a power that could help me break my pact while still preserving my form. Which could free me from a lot of fear. She makes it very clear that what she's given me can be taken away if I am not obedient. But I believe that the power I was offered there is that of a lich.
Saoirse doesn't say anything, but you hear their breath catch. And also both of their ears twitched and are now pointed squarely at you.
So you can see why, once I piece together what that power was, I'd want to be as informed as I could before making a decision. I asked... Oops, okay. And I asked the lich we met at that temple and the voice that was speaking to me about if I could live a peaceful life after taking this power, and they told me I could. It would just be up to me. That does not sound like that was the truth, given what I now know from you.
Pause. Above table. I don't even remember how much we supposedly know about liches because it's been a while.
I remember the main thing was Saoirse told Leandra about how liches need to devour souls.
Ah, yes. Alright. Let me try and or turn Saoirse brain back on real quick.
Those damned liars. I had thought that there could be an escape for me from needing to hurt people. But I guess that's maybe more than I deserve. Suppose I should ask what exactly would happen if I did go this path, but didn't hurt anyone.
Well, if you decided to go down this path and not partake of any souls, your physical form would rot away, basically, because it is by the sacrifice of souls that the foul magic maintaining the lich's physical form is kept. Alive isn't such a good word to use in this case, but you get the point. Furthermore, you might not know this about the coven to which I am bound, but we are undead hunters. The fact that a lich still lives in Barovia is a testament to how much or how little information gets out of here. We knew about Strahd, yes, but we did not know about the lich, because if we knew about the lich, there wouldn't be a lich. I did not immediately raise my staff because it is better that I survive and get this information back to the Coven post-haste so that they can send somebody a little more qualified to deal with that, than to just wave my staff around, attempt to kill it, and then die horribly in the process. So consign yourself to lichdom. You consign yourself to damnation. First, by wreaking havoc amongst the natural order, and secondly, now somebody would have to hunt you down. But you might not be so bound to hurting people, as you put it, than you might think. Remind me, what is the nature of your patron, if you are permitted to divulge? Are we dealing with the infernal? Something
He is
beyond?
a fey creature.
Ah, Fae. Fae and... They happen to like their wording just as much as devils. But perhaps examine the fine print a little bit carefully. Sure, being stripped of your present form will be unpleasant, putting it lightly. But there might yet be another way to keep your form, or at least... Okay, worst comes to worst, your pact is broken, your patron strips you of your form. You are alive, and imprisoned in a body that does not suit you, but you are free. And what's to say the arcane might not offer a similar solution? Or perhaps the divine, if you decide to devote yourself to... who was it? There was someone here. Can I make a religion check to see if Saoirse actually remembers if they've heard this correctly?
Yes, please do.
Nope. Bah. I could have sworn I heard something about the rites of a certain goddess, but her name escapes me. More research is needed, unfortunately. But please, I beg of you, no matter how grim your path looks ahead, should your pact be broken, the complete and utter annihilation of souls is to be avoided. Worst comes to worst, you do take the path, and I be the one to be your hunter. That is not something I could bear.
I wouldn't want to fight you.
Actually, would you give me an Arcana roll, please?
Uh-oh.
See if there's something that you might know or not.
Whoa.
Dirty 20!
Dirty 20. Okay.
Ooh, I was cooking something. I was cooking something a long time ago.
All right. Is this something, yeah, say that you... Before I ask any more of you, let's see.
Let me, go dig it up. I put it somewhere.
Well, let's see what Saoirse has in mind here. Before I go putting thoughts into anyone's brain.
This is the thing that I cooked up a couple of months ago. And if all of that seems too wordy, what did you have in mind?
Oh, not quite all. I was just going to say that with all of your knowledge on this, you do remember hearing very little, but the occasional discussion of entities known as archliches. Ones that don't appear to be evil per se. They appear to be more myths than anything. Never have you encountered one or know anyone that has encountered one. But every once in a while, a tale will pop up of someone discussing these lich-like entities that don't seem to be malevolent. They don't even seem to use souls. But you really don't know too much more than that about them.
Okay. It just came to me. In passing, nothing more than a few words here or there. There were liches, yes, undead, casters of considerable power, that weren't evil. But if you ask me for specifics, I'm afraid I couldn't tell you. But by and large, if I hear the word lich, it's probably a foul individual who decided to sacrifice the eternal souls of mortals for undeath. But it warrants more research. But where am I going to find that information?
Sure, there's a castle somewhere with a very large library. So is there more to this little encounter that you two would like to have?
Oh, and I sent you the thing. What did you think of it?
Ah, I see. I did not notice. Sorry about that.
Right, you're on Do Not Disturb. My bad.
That's alright. Yeah, that's a good option if you want to go that route. I will let you be the one to unveil it. I'm all for it.
Hell yeah. I guess this operation is a go. And my ramblings aside, I did have an inkling of an idea, but I'm going to have to do a lot more experiments. The most I can ask of you is to perhaps give me time. A ritual to permanently change one's physical form. Spells exist to do that. But I think in your case, we might need something a little stronger.
So you're thinking you may find a way with magic?
Yes, no nasty undeath required.
That is a great kindness to offer after what I had just been considering.
Well, let's just say the tenets of the Coven, though strict on their outside, do offer me a bit of leeway. You see, if there were another witch in your presence, they might decide to strike you down even though you're still very much alive. And while our tenets necessitate prevention, what counts as prevention will differ depending on who you ask.
Okay.
So, this is my bargain. Allow me the time to devise the proper ritual things, and I will be forward with you. It could take years. Years that we may or may not have, at least if we're to go up against a god's forsaken vampire. But, you know, shit.
Seems that
Brain.
once we're outside of Barovia, I'll have much less leeway to avoid my patron's gaze.
Okay, well, this is... Then we'll just
Even
have to
though
make...
it'd be a matter of time before you would find out about such a thing.
Well, if that Raven fellow said was correct, things said in Barovia tend not to leave, at least with her. So I'll make use of the time we have here as best as I can. And once all is said and done, I will try to put this into motion. But, because we're dealing with an archfey, and these are not your garden variety fey, we might have to break your pact preemptively. I know this is a huge ask for you. But wouldn't it be worth it to have freedom at last? And you didn't have to hurt anybody to get it?
Saoirse, what? That would be wonderful, but God, you're saying I need to be dragged back to that hell again?
I don't know. What I'm saying is, it would be temporary agony, but then you'd be free for the rest of your days. It's probably not as good nor as immediate solution as to what was revealed to you. And I might be quite selfish in trying to dissuade your position.
No, it's... As I said, this is a great kindness you're offering me. I just... I don't know if I would be strong enough. I'm sorry.
Would you like a hug?
Sure. And rest assured, I've heard enough to no longer consider that other option.
And I thank you for it, because I know that this was no easy decision on your part.
Okay. But
And you fear you might not be strong. But there's nothing that says that I'm not here to help you shoulder it.
Okay.
put our strengths together, like.
Yes, I will think about what you've offered me.
And take all the time you need, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Let's head back. The others might start to wonder where we've gone off to.
Okay.
And end scene.
Beautiful.
Ugh, my role-playing chops are so rusty.
Oh, I fully understand.
Same.
No, that was beautiful, though. Thank you for that.
Yay!
So, Lyra, you've finished cleaning your rather menacing-looking nails. Is there anything else that you're doing at the inn while your compatriots return?
Honestly, I have no clue. I should probably be like,
Okay.
I mean, like you said, people probably will notice and look at her strangely, but like, she'll be just like, don't worry about it. It's just their nail extensions or press-on nails.
Very common in Barovia.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you know, they're malnourished, so yeah, they probably have fake nails. No. That's fine. I was just wanting to make sure that you're part of it in case you have any chaos planned.
No, you're good.
Perfect. So, Serena, is there anything else that you're doing in your downtime? You've painted your wonderful picture. What does that conclude yours?
I think that concludes mine. Because I think that's going to take up most of the night anyways.
Yeah, most of your free time for your night. All right, then. Well, if everybody's concluded what they wanted to do, you've had your long rest, and you wake up in the beautiful, well, what is considered a morning in Barovia. It's just slightly less dark.
So overcast, unbearably damp, and also a bit cold.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Average London moment, I guess.
There you go. We figured it out. Barovia is actually in London. Kind of tracks. The inn, it has a few patrons. Not really any faces that you recognize other than the people running the inn. You don't see the individual that you traveled with that delivered the wine. Probably returned, wanting to make haste while the sun, what passes for the sun, is out. So now, what would you guys like to do in the town of Vallaki again? If there's anything that you guys would like to do in this town, I should ask.
Crud, I am out of money. Or if I had some, Roll20 decided to erase my balance.
That's what I'm going to blame. Roll 20.
Did we sell
Entirely.
all that amber?
I don't think we shared.
Oh. So someone has a bunch of money then.
Yeah, I don't think you guys ever did sell that amber.
I do, however, have a jewelry box containing 5 pieces worth 50 GP each, so I could just sell one if I could find a buyer.
Yeah, finding the buyer is the complex part in this.
Because nobody in here would be able to afford this unless they're one of the, what is it, Burgermeisters?
Yes.
And even then, that's a bit...
Oh, come on, they're your best friends. You should definitely go talk with them.
I need to actually roleplay Saoirse's utter disdain for nobility better.
Yeah. I do believe last session you guys did. You were given the contents of a chest to help you that was in this inn, which had 150 EP,
Ugh.
6 pieces of jewelry. Thank you for that. I was wondering if you were going to show your disdain for it.
It's just so unnecessary.
It's world building, you know. That's not needed, but they focused on the important things. 6 pieces of jewelry worth 250 gold pieces each, and 3 potions of healing. So you guys do have a little bit, depending on how you spread that out. But the jewelry, again, will need to be fenced, probably. You've got a couple ways to
How
make
much
little
would
bit of
a
money.
blank book run ya in Barovia?
Like a book. That would probably be a little bit rare. Let's see.
I mean, surely they make blank books. Merchants, innkeepers, they need them for their ledgers.
Yeah.
People might want them for their diaries, that sort of thing. Although, aside from that one weirdo, I can't think of too many people who would keep a diary.
Well, let's see here. Well, yeah, you would be able to get a blank book in Barovia. It might cost you just a little bit more, but yeah, I mean there'd be no reason that you wouldn't be able to. Let's see. So, talking about just in general, a blank book of the non-wizard spellbook variety in D&D in general could cost you a few silver, up to possibly gold pieces, depending on where you're at. So, while not the cheapest option, I bet you could find one.
Yeah.
For a gold piece or two here.
And worst comes to worst, we could barter for it.
You could.
Maybe your library would have a few or two spare. Or really anywhere that deals in books and the printing of them.
Mm-hmm. So in this town, there's not a whole lot of scholarly influence, I guess one would say. There is the church, which you guys have frequented. Let's see, what else might there be? Obviously, the inn that you're at, not often known for their books, I'm sure. The burgomaster's house themselves, you could try there. So maybe some success. The Watcher House.
Because I have the feeling of Saoirse's magical endeavors going to need a lot of paper. Lots of notes, lots of hashing out ideas.
You could always look and see if the coffin maker, you know, the one that was brutally murdered in his shop, had anything.
Maybe it would be better if Saoirse went to the coffin shop alone, because I don't think they were here for the murderizing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I remember
No.
how that ended.
We're the good guys, I promise.
Right.
Do you want to go? You want to go to the coffin maker's home?
See if they've got a spare ledger? Sure.
All right. Yeah, let's do that. So, as you approach this building, it looks derelict, much more so than some of the other buildings. Looks like people have gone in. There have been some squatters, things like that, from the looks of it, but nobody's claimed it as their own. The door is left slightly ajar. When you look inside, you can see that things have been jostled around, tossed around. Looks like maybe someone slept in here a night or two. But that's about it. You don't see any living souls in this building.
Hello?
You're greeted by silence. Not even any crates to greet you this time. As you approach the area where the aforementioned alleged murder occurred, you can make out just a very slight stain of what might have been blood. That's all that remains.
Does Barovia have a library?
Barovia doesn't... Well, Barovia might, I should say, actually. Valakia, not so much.
Okay,
So,
throwback.
yeah. And now this is a throwback.
Oh,
Got some,
Lord.
Throwback what you missed on Lee.
Goodbye, Strahd Fafnir. You will be missed.
Definitely. We definitely miss all of our players that have not been able to stick with us for the time being. We love them, but they've had other engagements that they have to focus on, which we understand.
And we're looking at all this carnage and we're like, okay, I guess we're leaving. Goodbye.
So, can everybody see what's going on there at least?
I can.
Try to pull out everybody's tokens so everybody can see, so you're not just half of you aren't staring at a blank thing. Saoirse, you dig your way around and look. As you're digging through different drawers and stuff,
I mean,
you
I'm
do
just
find.
going
Go ahead.
to, like, poke around, see if even a half-used ledger might work for our purposes as of right now. Besides, nobody's been in here for a while. I don't think anybody would mind or would notice if the ledger went missing.
So after a few minutes of digging around, you find a few scraps of paper, things like that, but you finally do find an old ledger. The first few pages have been used. They've had things scribbled on them, debts, payments, things like that. But the majority of the book is blank. And while not in pristine condition, it is in well enough condition that you would be able to use it for your, hopefully not nefarious purposes.
What? The witch being nefarious? Never. Never. I don't know what you're talking about.
Not even once.
Except for the whole plan of undermining an archfae's power, I suppose.
Is that really nefarious? That seems to have very noble intentions behind it.
Well, you see, the Fae in general, their moral code is very, very, very different from ours. You can't categorize any Fae into good or evil, I suppose.
Very
So what
true.
Saoirse is doing, even by thinking or planning it, could probably be the subject of a huge offense and just not know it. But they said they were going to do it, so they're going to do it.
I'm sure
Anyways,
the Raven Queen will not take any offense to it. Don't worry.
I'm just going to yoink that ledger with a small sorry to whoever owned it. I'm guessing whoever owned it is that dead dude over there.
Henrik Vandervoort? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the one killed in cold blood. Nah.
I mean,
It just brings back memories of how he was just killed so fast before anything even really happened.
mm-hmm.
Why'd y'all even kill him?
I did not do a damn thing. I will not be on trial for this one.
Look, y'all is a general term.
It
And
was Lyra. Lyra did it.
I will
Oh,
say
no.
nothing. I will say nothing other than a hit dog will holler.
I do jack shit. I don't know what you're talking about.
Out here murdering this coffin maker in cold blood. That's crazy.
Did I, or are you just gaslighting?
I am
don't
gaslighting you.
remember. Okay, I kind of thought so. Say, I remember correctly. They got pushed out the window and killed or some shit.
No.
Or was I stabbed? I don't fucking remember.
No, that was just a fucking dome shot with an arrow.
Oh, okay.
Anyways,
Yeah,
ledger get, let's fucking leave.
Yep. You've got your ledger. You can now leave this murder site.
The corpse isn't still there, is it? Oh my god.
No, they probably had to outsource it to a different coffin maker to take care of this one, which I'm sure made that coffin maker very happy.
Oh wait, if I remember right, we threw it in one of the coffins in one of the rooms.
You might have.
I think that's what Baxter did.
Oh no.
I forget, did Baxter steal some of his flesh? or
Oh,
something, too?
1000%.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
D&D? No, it's War Crime Simulator.
Narration. As you walk in the abandoned floor, you get the distinct feeling that something horrible has happened here. And something quite possibly humorous, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah, if you're a horrible human being. I mean, wait. No, so about that ledger.
I don't think there's any human beings in this room. Well, none that are still alive, anyway. I think.
No? Just
I'm pretty sure Serena once said something to the effect of "excuse you" when Saoirse insinuated that she was human.
The real question is, what am I not at this point? Because this family tree is crazy.
Anyways, let's leave the coffin shop before something horrible decides to happen. Again.
When would anything horrible follow you guys? Come on. Right. So, you now have your ledger. You guys have made friends with the Keepers of the Feather. Let's see. I'm going to definitely not do anything bad to you.
Oh.
Oh no.
Leandra,
Yes.
you are the one that As you guys are going about your business here, gathering this ledger for Saoirse's plan, you start to have visions. They're kind of vague, but you recall the tarot reading that you had. You remember seeing the traitor card. I remember hearing the words, "Look for a wealthy woman, staunch ally of the devil. She keeps the treasure under lock and key with the bones of an ancient enemy." As these words echo, in your mind, you cannot fake them. And you get a clear, but momentarily visible picture of the Watcher House in your mind. Then it's gone.
The Watcher House?
Now, you've been to the Watcher House multiple times, I believe, at this point.
Okay.
Lady Fiona Watcher has discussed a few things with you.
Oh, is she the one that wanted us to, like, plan an arranged marriage for her
Yes.
son? Okay.
Yeah, and it's been a while since you've been there, actually.
So is she the one that the tarot cards are talking about? She has some kind of treasure?
That will be for you to determine. So, is there anything you guys would like to do? Or would you like me to push something along?
I don't have anything I need to do.
Okay.
Trying to think of other places for esoteric information, but given where we are, I'm drawing a blank. I don't want to have to traipse our way all the way back to the Amber Temple. Hell no.
So, who has a passive perception of 14 or higher?
Not me.
Well, there's probably passive
Does anyone? Okay. I'll hear that.
Passive
my
me.
passive perception is 12, so no, not me.
I think
Mine
Sriracha
Minus
might.
16.
Nice. So those of you with a passive perception above 14, or 14 or higher, say, so Lyra, Saoirse, you do notice, or appear to notice, somebody kind of watching you as you travel through town. They're doing their best to appear not to be watching you, following you.
Saoirse's going to stop moving and look them dead in the eyes to see if they start running. Yes, them and their dark... you know how some animals, they don't look like they have whites?
Mhm.
That's them right now.
Would you give me an intimidation roll?
Fuck. Horrible.
A -3 is crazy.
It is.
Wizards are not charismatic. Wizards do nothing but eat or read book, commune with spirits, eat hot chip, and lie.
Why
And they're
was,
not even good liars.
why was my dumbass brain about to say eat, pray, love? That
eat, pray,
ancient text.
That ancient text. Oh god, no.
Okay, well, the goal wasn't to intimidate, more so weird them out just a little bit.
Fair. So after a moment of you having this staring contest with this individual, he slowly makes his way over to you.
If we're all
Keep
walking
this-
together, who is nearest?
Oh, well, that could be up to you guys. Since we didn't establish a pecking order. You guys can be walking in any lineup you like. So he can approach whichever one of you would be on that side first.
I do not volunteer as tribute. I think I'd probably be ahead. Or in like the front.
Well, as he approaches, he's not beelining for any one of you, anyways. Kind of approaches your group cautiously, not casually. Not if you're being caught out. He's not very charismatic either. He stops a little ways away from you, eyeing each one of you. He's not the best-looking individual in the world. But he stands before you for a moment, kind of clears his throat. Lady Watcher would like a word. Then he turns, without much more fanfare, starts walking in the direction of the Watcher House.
I'm gonna take a quick restroom break. I will be back.
We can take a few moments if everybody needs. I think Sriracha also had to step away for a moment.
Oh, I'm gonna. Here.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome back.
I'm gonna reread what prestidigitation does and see how funny I can get with it.
Oh
I
god.
don't believe you guys already embarrassed the Burgomaster with it.
You should. I think that was minor illusion.
Was that minor illusion that he used? Might have been.
I think it was Mage Hand and minor illusion to pull the pants down and then make that ungodly sound.
Yeah, you guys did quite a number.
So it seems we got a list of effects to choose from. But it seems it's limited to, like, changing temperature or changing how something looks or smells.
Yeah, sadly, it doesn't do a whole lot. But you can get creative with it. It is a very fun cantrip.
Yeah. And if one wanted to play a little more fast and loose with the rules, one could perhaps use prestidigitation to give something of a one-way glass effect. At least I think. What is it called when you can... where glass is opaque if viewed from one side, but clear if on the other?
Oh.
One-way mirror or two-way mirror? I think. Could be wrong.
You know, I was about to say something stupid.
Oh, please say it.
I was gonna say astigmatism.
I feel so attacked right now.
Same.
Because I was thinking it could be potentially cool for Saoirse to do that with their veil.
Ooh.
They can see out, but you can't see their face.
I feel like I know what you're talking about. I don't know why astigmatism came to my mind, but it just did. Would you say the mesh of her, whatever, is just so like, I don't know what to say. I don't know if there's a word for it, to be honest.
I mean, we could also do a cop out and say we can figure out an enchantment later. But is it really a cop out if you're really thinking about the mechanisms behind it?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm fine if you want to use prestidigitation to do something like that. I'd be more than happy to let something like that be an interesting little effect. Also, I'm gonna see how you use this.
Oh no, it's just for aesthetic purposes, and also to become a little more, what's the word, inscrutable? My sister has a shirt that says, "I am not responsible for what my face does when you start talking."
See, that's why I miss everybody wearing a mask during COVID. You could be making all kinds of faces at somebody talking to you, and they wouldn't notice.
Right?
And I think I'm also going to write poor charisma as not having a whole lot of, I guess, lacking in control of what one's face does when somebody says something really fucking stupid.
You know, I do have poor charisma in that effect. One of these days I'm going to get to talk to HR about it, I'm sure. Somebody at work does the dumbest thing, and I just can't keep my face from making that look.
Just stuck like that.
Unfortunately, people perceive it as quite rude when your face is being honest but you say nothing. So if they can't see your face, no problem.
Exactly.
I should probably mask up when I'm outside anyways. But that's an added bonus. Actually, while there's a break in the action, everybody should probably get some water if they haven't already.
It is a good idea. Everybody hydrate. Hydrating is always a good idea. And while you're at it, be sure to get some envy dice. Some dice envy. Yeah.
I don't know if we have our discount code anymore.
Oh no.
I think that ended on December 1st.
They're still really good dice.
I know. Are they having a sale? Oh, they are having a little sale.
Wonderful.
Cute.
Just in time for that holiday season. Get that D&D player in your life. Some new dice.
Oh, I forgot. We still need to bring capitalism here.
You
Every
guys were
time,
main-
every time I
Okay,
look at the
good.
quest log, it's just right there.
Well, it is the most important thing that you guys have planned for Barovia.
I think it is, and honestly, I like to think that's what that twink is up to nowadays. Is just mass producing holy water in the name of Lathander.
Yeah, let's be honest. The best way to get rid of a vampire is just with capitalism.
Yeah.
I mean, capitalism will suck the soul out of everyone anyways. There's just nothing left for a vampire to take.
What did I just walk back into?
Uh,
I walk
we're-
in, I hear capitalism.
we're talking about the true soul sucker, in the world. Vampires, we can deal with them. I mean, we go to them in our fantasy, to get away from capitalism.
I mean, plenty of people who live under capitalism have souls. It's just the people who benefit the most from capitalism tend to not have souls.
Very true. So have we determined that Strahd is actually a CEO of a Fortune 500 company?
God.
Let's be honest. Strahd isn't as bad as some of the billionaires we have right now. All trying to, go to Mars or fly in outer space.
If they want to go to Mars so bad, why don't they just stay there? Have fun with all that lovely cosmic radiation.
I am all for. Let's get them there. Can my tax dollars go to help them? One-way trip to Mars. I might be willing to do that for a one-time tax.
You have no idea how much restraint it's taking to not infodump us to why a Mars colony is a supremely bad idea.
On this one, you're definitely preaching to the choir.
But also there's lots of science involved.
Yeah.
And the science must get done.
Yeah. It is much easier for us to save our planet than to try and colonize another planet, even one relatively close to us. And even if it has water, still much easier for us just to save our planet. But for some reason, that's not an option with capitalism. Oh, everybody back?
Yes.
Excellent. So this wonderful looking individual come up to you, mentioned that Lady Watcher would like to speak with you, and then wandered off. Now what would you guys like to do? You're more than welcome to do anything that you would like. Up to and including bringing capitalism to Barovia.
Well, we don't have the cleric for that.
No, you might have to outsource it. Hey, maybe you guys could pitch this idea to Strahd himself. Kind of like a Shark Tank or something.
Holy shit.
And serve our necks up to him on a silver platter, why don't we?
I mean, if he likes the idea, he might want to invest in it. You guys might change the entire direction of this campaign.
Sounds fitting that the Bring Capitalism to Barovia questline would involve siding with the evil vampire.
Yeah.
I mean, the easiest way to get bypass Strahd to get us to do something. There you go.
Ooh, since we're technically in downtime, now would be an excellent time to start training with that funny quasi-sentient sword.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, more training montage?
Yes.
Okay. Should Leandra do some kind of, like, what kind of a role would make sense for Leandra to make for trying to teach swordplay?
Okay. So, this one would... Let's see here. You would probably... I'm not going to have you guys do any actual fighting roles, but your... As far as teaching goes, that's a good question.
Because there are rules on learning new skills, but
Yeah.
nothing on if your teacher is a part of your party.
Yeah, let's see. So, yeah, generic guidelines of an ability check, stuff like that. So how about... Leandra, go ahead and give me, let's just say, an athletics roll for how well you can show these moves.
An athletics roll, so that's
Yeah.
+5. It's been so long I don't remember. Is it exclamation point roll or is it slash roll?
Slash roll.
Although, if you're like rolling for a specific skill, you can also go straight to your sheet, find the skill, and then roll it.
But I'm not
Like
sure
that?
if my character sheet
bad.
on Roll20 is like actually complete and updated to everything on my D&D Beyond character sheet. Yeah, it is very incomplete.
That is the downside with that, because it's nice to have character sheets on Roll20. It just feels much more, well, in my mind, much more difficult to keep it maintained.
But I got a 22.
Nice. Now, Sersha, you're the one trying to learn these wonderful sword skills?
Yep. I was pushing the button for an example, but I accidentally pushed it twice.
Oh, I understand. What I'm actually going to have you roll is insight with advantage because of how well that roll was, to see how well you can learn these moves.
$19.
19. Yeah, you managed to get these moves fairly quickly. You're a very adept learner, actually, on this. Probably partially because of your teacher being very skilled with the blade. But you're also one that does well in schooling.
Actually, I think the dice are telling a bit of a story here because we're learning by watching and then learning by doing, not learning by lecture. Because technically, Saoirse flunked out of wizard school, but it was only through alternative schooling methods that they became a wizard.
Oh, look at us getting this backstory. So what I'm going to do for you, Saoirse, is I want you to make a note on your character that you have succeeded in a day of training with Leandra, with your blade.
Hooray!
Huzzah!
I can also think of a couple of different ways to further one's training.
Mhm.
Mostly around building strength. Or I
Yeah.
suppose dexterity could be trained.
Yeah, depending on the weapon.
Does the sword have finesse?
Don't believe that it does, but
Hold on.
maybe.
It is the Sun Sword, if I'm not mistaken. Come on, page. Load. Longsword. Has the properties of a sun blade. Okay, well, what do the properties of a...
Here. You guys see that? Did that pop up for you?
Ooh, it is finesse and versatile.
Yeah.
Hello!
Nice.
So yeah. If dexterity is more your thing, it's definitely a weapon that you can use in that way.
Plus, I like when swords have finesse because it feels like it makes more sense for swords to be more dexterity based than strength based.
Yeah, unless
Accidental blade singing wizard.
the sword is... You're just wandering your way into it. Perfect. But yeah, it seems like most blades, to be more history accurate, are much more finesse weapons than pure strength weapons. But we
Even
don't
like
necessarily
great
like
swords.
that.
Like, have you seen like videos of like HEMA people swinging
Yes.
great sword and they're like spinning around like it's almost like they're dancing.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
great swords are like one of the most like dex weapon seeming things, even though they're the swords that are
Yeah.
most categorized into strength.
Yeah, I think it would just be a matter of, it'd almost be a constitution thing to see how long you could keep moving the way they do with them. Of course, in real combat, that if you move fast enough like they do, that's what you're trying to do anyways, to make sure the combat doesn't last too long. But yes, I'm very glad that it is also a finesse weapon.
And while Saoirse has no penalties to strength or dex, their dex is higher.
Mhm.
Must be all those years of swimming to make sure they're not dead average.
Yeah, I would hope that you'd be also good at swimming.
It'd be really funny if the sea elf somehow drowned.
Sea elf has to use floaties.
Okay, we're getting into the weeds. But that's half the fun, isn't it?
And that is. That's why we're here, to just have fun with our friends. So you guys have spent a little bit of time today in this beautiful Barovian weather, training with this sword. You've stolen a ledger from a man that allegedly died at the hands of the party. Done some training.
He's not gonna miss it.
No. Lyra has cleaned her claws. Serena has painted a picture. You guys do have a standing invitation to the Watcher House now. Otherwise,
Let's see
what
what's
other
it about.
little things?
Let's see what that invite is about. But before we do that, let me check our
So I was
side
gonna
quests.
look and see if there's anything else that you guys might want to do besides.
So if I'm looking at the quest log correctly, still checking. We still got check in with Esmeralda in the church in Vallaki. Go to the monastery to find a priest or a cleric who can cure vampirism. Come up with a group name and go to Yester Hill for druid shit.
We're trying to find a cure for vampirism. Does any of us know about Serena, like, potentially turning into a vampire?
I think the cure for vampirism bit on the side quests thing predates this.
That was a
Oh, okay.
while ago. I think the only one that would probably know about that would be Lyra.
About what? Sorry.
About the little side quest to go cure vampirism for that one man's son who's locked up in the basement. That was like
One of the
years
Maybe we should
ago.
rescue. Maybe we should rescue whoever's locked in the basement.
I mean, they're fine. They have rats.
That's slightly coming to me, but at the same time, I'm kind of like blinking out.
That was like a year ago, so I don't blame you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like literally
Yeah, that
a year
was-
ago.
Yeah, it was in a church. The Padre's son, I do believe. I'd have to look at the here. Had succumbed to vampirism, and it kept him locked in the basement. And the party at the time handled it very charismatically. Actually scolded the man about how poorly he treated his son, and promised to come back with a cure.
Which we
So
have
hopefully-
not done.
It seems like we're going to have to do even more arcane research.
Never.
Or it could be a matter of divine magic. Either or. But I don't think we have anybody who has a deity on speed dial.
Especially not in this land.
Well, shit.
I mean, you can call on Sugar Daddy Strahd.
We could.
I mean, you guys are
No.
riding a high after that training montage.
Let me go put on a bunny suit real quick. I'm kidding.
Oh, you're a druid. You just turn into a bunny.
My Altra.
Which I realize what I just said, and that just is bad. Please ignore what I
it's
just
okay,
said.
though.
No, please ignore what I just said.
Oh, you're fine. I responded to you, but don't worry about it. It's
No,
fine.
I don't think you realize what the fuck I just said, and that's okay.
We don't kink shame here.
No, this is the one that we
Maybe
do
we should.
shame, because that's an actual bunny.
Yeah. I was trying to gloss over it.
Anyways.
So,
So about
Rules of
those
s-
quests.
backing up to curing vampirism, there's not a whole lot we can do rules as written, but we're not entirely a rules as written table now, are we?
No. I'm sure you guys can come up with something creative.
But yeah, there's the wish spell. You can kill the vampire and then bring them back to life. I think it'd be very funny to kill a vampire, then cast reincarnation and they come back as something funny, like, I don't know, a kobold?
You know, I'm all for it.
Or a goblin, that would be funny.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. So as far as your guys' quests do go, we're moving beyond the curing vampirism. You guys do have a few side things that you have put aside for the moment. Like, as beautifully crafted, go to Yesterhill for druid shit. The thing that brought you guys to Barovia in the very first place, well, the party way back in its original form, defeating the werewolves that were stalking outside of Barovia. Checking out the windmill that spooked Lucian. Those are a couple things that you guys still have on your docket to do.
I mean, is Lucian still around? Is that person still alive? Have we seen him?
I guess that's up for you guys to figure out too. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't.
Checking in with Esmeralda seems pretty easy since we're already here.
Yeah, if you guys would like to.
Any objections?
None for me. I'm down.
What's going on with Esmeralda that we need to check on Ellen?
Oh, that was my knee making noise. Sorry. I realized that it got picked up on my mic.
I mean, I just saw it on the docket, so...
I forgot why we needed to check in with her. I'm gonna be so real. I just wrote it down there. I think she wanted us to meet up with her there for something. But that's something I could not tell you.
That is a really good question. Because I am not sure either. Actually, I think I might. No, I just got to dig through my notes here.
I think that was more when we were ready to square up with Strahd, I think.
Yeah. She has a bone to pick with him as well.
I mean, don't we
She
all at this
basically
point?
Yeah, you do. But yeah, because you met up with her at the tower, the wizard's tower. So. So as you guys are going about your day, you do get a small child, say 10, 11 years old, that wanders up to you, kind of sad, but not like overtly crying. This child, almost a little bit unsettling, let's say. You almost feel like they don't quite have a soul or something like that. They're crying to you, talking about the scary figure that they saw while traveling north of the lake. Which the lake is... You guys back out to the map of Barovia. Lake Zarovich. So this child approaches you. Says, Are you the ones that have been helping people?
In a manner of speaking.
Leans in close to you, Saoirse. There's a monster north of the lake. He's scary. Stares at you, his eyes not really focusing on you.
Well, what do he look like?
Big and scary. In tattered rags. Speaks in no language that I understand.
But it speaks.
Nods his head. Energetically for once. I believe it was cursing me.
Of all the days for me to unprepare, remove, curse.
That definitely wasn't intentional.
Was it? Was it really?
Well, maybe.
You know what? Can I use detect magic to see if there is in fact a curse?
Yeah, you definitely may.
That's what it looks like. And let me just mark off a slot.
There is in fact no curse on this child.
Well, good news, lad.
Let's
You
see.
are not cursed.
You see happiness in his eyes, even though his he still doesn't seem to be entirely convinced.
Okay, so we know that this is a kid, but how young are we talking?
Like 10 or 11. You know, not quite a teenager yet, but getting there.
Is there a cantrip I can use to, like... If the party is where I think we are, judging by all these little tokens, unless we're not.
There?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can probably use shape water to confer effect and say, you know, I probably know magic a little more than you do.
And looks. You know magic? Honest, real magic?
Honest, real magic.
So can you stop him?
If it's within my ability, I'll deal with him.
You see a slight smile grow on the kid's face. Doesn't quite reach the eyes.
I
You almost
swear,
got-
everyone in Barovia seems to be emotionally broken in some way. Not a little bit of whimsy.
Barovia is a wonderful place. So, party, what would you like to do?
I'm in favor of smacking monster.
Yeah, before it
Mhm.
hurts so much.
Beautiful. So, you guys are going to head out around the lake to see if you can find this monster. It's after your training montage and other little things going about finding the ledger. It's still like, early, maybe midday at most. So you've got plenty of Barovian daylight. And each square is roughly a quarter mile. So you guys can make it a little ways, depending on where you want to go. I should probably give you guys just a single token for the overmap.
I mean, if it's north of the lake, Saoirse could probably swim over there, but... Ooh, the rest of ya.
I'm sure they'll be fine.
You're not fine.
Let me look at my spells again. I remember I have a lot of mobility-based spells. But that's mostly
Wait.
vertical mobility.
Can druids turn into water animals at this level?
At level 8?
Or can you just like straight up fly? Because I think we might be good to cross, just swim across.
Yeah, it might.
I just might be a little bit slower than everybody, but that's fine.
Yeah, at level 8, max CR of 1. Giant eagle. I mean, even at level 4, it could turn into like a crocodile or something like that. So, yeah. A reef shark. So yeah, at least half of you have a way to get across the lake fairly easily. There
So
are
when
also
you turn into a
boats and
fish-
things like that.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was made a joke. Were you saying mine was nothing that important?
I was gonna say there is also the possibility of boats. There were a couple boats. You guys have been up by the lake before, where you ran into a mad fisherman. So
Trying to
there's
drown a
possibly-
child.
As one
Allegedly.
does. Allegedly.
We don't know if that's what was happening. But we assume so we beat his ass anyways.
I mean, the poor
Right.
child was in a sack and he was trying to chuck the sack overboard.
Well,
You can swim. It's okay.
yeah.
Go ahead.
She could swim while in a sack?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty easy. Just get yourself out the sack and swim up.
Yeah.
So let's say that you guys all have your own ways, whether it be boat, swimming, animal form, some way to get across this lake.
But I think Saoirse is going to give Leandra their hat, because unfortunately that hat's not going to stay on if they swim.
Okay. So I'm just on hat holding duty.
Yep.
You have the most important job of all.
Mm-hmm.
I shall guard it with my life.
Wait, how long do you think it'll take for us to cross this?
Each square is roughly a quarter mile. So it's, depending on if you go straight across, about a mile. I mean,
Okay.
with your various modes.
So if Sriracha turns into a big enough fish I can hold on, and I'll be good.
I was gonna say the smallest fish, but if you want to hold on, I can shape into the, like, oh, I don't know whatever it's a fish I can think of. Hold on, let me look up fishes.
I think you could turn into like a whole ass shark.
Why not? I'll turn to a shark.
You can turn into a shark.
Now here comes the fun question before you do that.
Yeah.
Could you still breathe in this lake as a shark?
I don't know. Is that
I mean,
more of a question? Go ahead.
Okay, so marine biology bit. I believe bull sharks are
That's-
better
yeah.
osmoregulators than some of their other sharky brethren, and that's why we can sometimes find bull sharks upstream in some rivers.
Yes.
So as long as you're not trying to actually live in the lake, I think you should be fine.
Okay. So as we're doing this,
Although we could
Oh, go ahead.
also just walk around it.
All right, but what,
But
like,
swimming
what's
is more
the?
fun.
I mean, sure, we could walk around it, or we can all just do cool stuff and go across.
Yeah. I rather do cool stuff and get across.
All right, so I'm gonna use the second level spell to cast Alter Self on myself. I'm gonna just casually sprout some gills. Gonna get some like webbed feet and fingers. Just girly things that one does on a Saturday night.
You and I have very different Saturday nights.
So you don't turn into a Loch Ness monster that haunts a haunted lake?
Not since my youth.
Oh.
And Saoirse's looking over at Serena, now begilled and webbed. Not sure what to make of it. It's like, on one hand, interesting, but on the other...
Oh, and then I'm gonna put my hair in a little, like, I don't want to say like shower cap, but like, think of high fantasy shower cap, because I can't get my hair wet.
Wait, you still have hair in this form? I thought your hair was like
No, I still have
magically
hair.
here for a second. Oh, okay. Imagine like Nessie with like this large blonde wig or some shit like that.
Where'd it go? I
Or, like,
still
mega
look like myself, I just have
eyelashes.
gills.
Oh, never mind. But when you're a druid, like you turn to the actual like
Yeah, but I'm not a druid.
sea creature. Oh, I thought you were. Oh, okay. Never mind. Be quiet.
So Serena, with her hair fully intact still, but up in the high fantasy swimmer's cap, now has her gills. Saoirse has her way across.
Saoirse had gills and large feet already.
She's been ready for this the entire time. Lyra is turning into essentially a bull shark.
Mhm.
And that leaves Leandra. As I
Since
said,
I'm on cat
okay.
holding duty, I'm guessing I need to
you can,
cross in a
take a
safe
boat or
way.
something. Yeah.
So is there like a boat or something?
Yeah, with a little bit of searching, you do find a boat. I mean, unless you've got some other really wild, weird way. I mean, you're gonna build yourself a catapult or something to launch yourself across. Because today's apparently let's go crazy across the lakeway. But a boat is probably the more efficient manner.
Saoirse swims because Saoirse never gets to swim.
Let's be honest, Saoirse may not want to swim in Barovian water too much.
Mm-hmm.
I get the feeling it's not like the cleanest thing ever. But I could be wrong.
I mean, up in the lake it's probably not terrible, but if it's on the border of a town, I'd think twice.
It's fair. And as you know, this is indeed near town. But so each and every one of you, as you're crossing the river in your own manner, you see this lake is pretty quiet, actually. There does not appear to be much activity at all. Those of you in the water itself, you occasionally see a fish or something in this murky water, but not what any of you are probably used to seeing in the lakes in your more hometown areas. The lake itself seems to almost be dead, dying out. Unwelcoming, as it were. Leandra, on top of the water on your rowboat, well, you are mostly focusing on rowing. It's pretty quiet and isolated up there.
Okay.
Takes you roughly an hour to row across this lake. The rest of you swimming might have been a little bit faster, but I'm going to assume that the whole party is going to stick somewhat close together. Call me crazy.
I think Saoirse's gonna be a little bit of a show off and, like, jump out of the water. Look at them in their element and all that.
Like a dolphin with the boats, how they swim along and just jump out of the water and play.
Yep.
I like it. When you guys get across this water, when each of you disembarks onto land again, Saoirse might be a little bit saddened by being back on dry land.
Yeah.
You see the woods over here. They appear to be quiet. Now, all of you are used to this being in Barovia, the woods being quiet, not much wildlife, things like that. But this appears to be even quieter than the norm. You don't seem to hear any birds or anything making noises right now.
Leandra is gonna be like on her guard as she is walking into this forest.
Okay. Leandra, are you taking the lead in this, being the point person?
since we're like looking for like a monster, I'm gonna try like looking for any signs of movement or any like like any signs of movement, so I can see if it's lurking anywhere.
All right. Give me a survival roll to see if you can find any tracks or anything like that. Okay. It takes you a while. Whether it be that this just isn't your natural element or what, but after a while you do find what appears to be a trail kind of knocked down in the brush, let's say. The tracks that you find in the sparse mud, they're large. They don't seem to have much definition, though. You can't really make out what kind of footprint this is.
Perhaps I could help.
Yeah, you would like to.
It would be nature to figure out what kind of tracks these are, or survival to figure out where they're going.
Yeah, go ahead and give a nature to see if you can discern. I mean, depending on what you would like to do, obviously. If you're wanting to determine this,
Holy
the
shit.
nature.
Whoa!
Nat 20!
Nat 20. Oh man.
So, do I know what left these things?
You do indeed know what left these things. So after a few moments of looking at these prints, I can only imagine Saoirse's doing the whole television, like getting down close, looking at them, perhaps pulling out the tape measure, measuring them, doing everything you can, picking up the soil, letting it drop, seeing which way the wind blows, that sort of thing. You, in your infinite wisdom, have determined that these are actually tracks from a human in very soft-soled shoes. Shoes that are not made for traveling through mudded woodland. So they have very poor traction. Most of the footprints that you see are actually from it sliding around and distorting everything.
Probably by design, too, because there are means to conceal one's tracks if you know what to put on your feet.
Yes, and you have bypassed all of their cunning guile with your amazing knowledge of human footwear, apparently, or humanoid footwear.
So I'm just gonna put that down as knows what obscured humanoid footprints look like. Assuming they were doing this on purpose.
Yeah. Yeah, you get the idea that they may have been trying to hide their footprint some, but a lot of it appears to be that they just don't have a very good footing. So perhaps they didn't select the best way to disguise their footprints in the first place, although the slipping and sliding has helped to some degree. And you've, between you and Leandra, you've determined that they are heading north a ways.
Okay. Well, it looks like we're not looking for a monster, but a humanoid. Much as I hate that word. Humanoid, as if humans were the default. Ugh. Anyways, that way.
Maybe bipedal. That might be less human-centric.
Well, I'm sure there's a few critters out there that don't match the definition of a people, but are also bipedal. You know?
True.
Well, let's get a move on, while we've still got what passes for sunlight.
So as the four of you continue your way up, following the path, you come up to, I'll read some flavor text for you. North of the mountain lake, the trees begin their steady climb up the slope of Mount Baratak. Its monolithic presence oppressive at this distance. The ground here is rocky, uneven, and tiring to navigate. Even the wolves avoid this neck of the woods. Soon you climb above the blanket of fog that engulfs the valley. Dark thunderclouds roll overhead. You see an elk standing on a rocky spur about 60 feet away. Suddenly it assumes the form of a man in tattered black robes. His hair and beard are long, black, and streaked with gray, and his eyes cackle with eldritch power.
Does he realize we're here?
He's looking in your direction, yes. There you go.
Can I try and roll stealth to go unseen?
You may, yes.
Well, I guess I know where all my luck went. Ooh, I know how to play this. Saoirse carries some empty flasks on their hip, but unfortunately, the glare from the glass gives them away.
Ooh, yeah. Well, you yourself were hidden. The glass has given you away. So as this figure sees those of you going through the woods here, coming towards the clearing, towards the mountain itself, he's rambling somewhat incoherently. But you hear him telling you, "Go back to your master. Strahd has no power here." As you see him taking a combative stance, preparing to fight.
You think we're working for Strahd?
Tilts his head slightly. Of course, why else would you be coming here? Strahd fears me.
It's quite the opposite. We're enemies of Strahd. We're coming here because a child was saying you were harassing them. Called you a monster. It was cursing them.
Child? An agent of Strahd, more like. You will not trick me.
Thinking back to the child, they did seem a little off, but nothing that said vampire thrall.
That's exactly what they would want you to think.
I can't really blame you for this place making you a bit paranoid, but we cannot have you just threatening children like that. We want Barovia to be a safer place, not less safe.
Well, as long as the vampires still can't say alive, can't say draw breath because they don't breathe. You know what I mean? There's a maximum. There seems to be a limit on just how safe a place can be if there is a vampire active in the area.
Yes, that is true.
But either way, we want his head. We're not for him.
Tilts his head once more, contemplating your words. You are a tricky bunch, but you will not fool me.
I swore an unbreakable oath to some spirits when I probably shouldn't have, so now I'm obliged to take his head.
You see the gears turning in his head for a moment as he's contemplating what you're saying.
And if he's afraid of you, I think we might get along better than you might think. From a one wayward caster to another, I suppose.
He's contemplating your words, trying to find whether he believes them or not.
This feels like a persuasion check.
That's what I was going to ask you for.
He's not convinced.
Well, you yourself may be passionate in your persuasive attempts. He
might be a little too far gone.
He's not swayed in the slightest.
Oh,
Your master. Go ahead, sorry.
I just had to open my big fat mouth, didn't I?
Tell your master that I will destroy all that he sends to me. If he is to break my body, I will not surrender. As he prepares to cast a spell heal.
I'm just going to sit there and cross my arms and just glare at him. Fight stubborn caster with another stubborn caster.
Stubborn caster against stubborn caster. I like it. Let's see.
What if we pulled out the Sun Sword? I don't think Agents of Strahd would be allowed to carry that.
That is an idea.
It is indeed an idea.
I think Leandra currently has possession of it.
Do I? Thought Saoirse had it. Let me check my inventory. It's not in my inventory.
I could have sworn I roleplayed handing it off to you for safekeeping, but if not...
Yeah, it's possible I just didn't, like, remember to note it down in my inventory, but...
Well, it was either you or me.
Yeah. So either Saoirse or Leandra can unsheath it and use it as a persuasive tool.
Okay. Oh.
Leandra can still handle swords better, so... If I didn't
If
roleplay
not-
giving it to you now, or if I didn't roleplay giving it to you then, here, pass his sword to Leandra.
Okay.
Because it might hurt a little more if blows come to blows.
How many times do we have to say it to get through your skull that we're enemies of Strahd? We're going to end that vampire's existence with this. And she pulls out the sun sword.
It's very bright.
It is. It illuminates the area, and you see the Mad Mage kind of draw back when he sees it. His eyes blinking for a moment. It's like, what kind of trick of Strahd is this? For a moment, he lowers his hands, not quite attacking you like he had planned. Strahd has grown even more powerful than I had feared.
It's not some trick of Strahd. I'm a soldier, I was given orders, and this is the tool for the job. It's that simple.
Leandra, give me a persuasion roll, please.
Okay.
Hopefully you have better luck than I do. Knocking on wood.
I have good persuasion. Okay, I did not have good luck, but I did do better at least.
Can I also add something onto this too?
Yes.
As they're having this conversation, I just want to chime in and say, do I look like I would be in service of Strahd? Like, look at the material, look at me, look at that man. The math isn't mathing. I'm not good at math, but like I know the math isn't mathing here.
You know what? I will let Leandra have advantage on that roll, so they can roll again on their persuasion.
Can I also roll persuasion though?
Or would you like to? Okay, if
Me
you
with the plus 11
like to.
persuasion, can I roll the persuasion?
That's fine. Go for it. Now, if you only get like a
27.
12, then it wasn't meant to be. Okay, so yeah.
Holy fuck.
So your words sink in. You see the realization kind of hit him. It's like, I don't know. These things. Strahd is a manipulator. You are silver-tongued. Strahd is good. Strahd is very good at this sort of thing. Perhaps, but why? And he looks to the sword. Perhaps. No. Yes. No. Maybe. Don't know. It's all so foggy.
I'm going to clue you in on something about there. That sword has a mind of its own, in a way.
Kind of perks up at your words. Sword, a mind of its own.
Actually, why is Saoirse talking? They should not be talking.
He points to Leandra, like, you with the sword. Come closer, but not too close. Let me see that.
Alright. And yeah, she walks closer and kind of like holds out the sword to be examined.
He kind of stays what he considers to be a safe distance away from you. He examines it. The sword does appear to be something magnificent. But why would the agents of Strahd have such a thing? I do not understand.
For the love of... Oh, deeps shall us preserve me. We're not bloody agents of Strahd!
If you're not agents of Strahd, then why have you come to attack me?
Look, a child told us that there was a monster in these here woods, and because it was a child, of course, we're obliged to dispatch whatever is terrorizing a child.
Child? I know no such child.
On the other side of the lake, you great Egypt.
The other side of the lake, that's where Strahd resides.
Yeah, and a whole bunch of mortals, too.
But they're not Strahd, are they?
No! Not everything on that side of the lake is Strahd, oh, for crying out loud.
He's like the blood angels when they succumb to the Black Rage and they're like, Horus? Is that Horus?
Oh God, yes. He looks at you straight face. He's like,
Meanwhile, Saoirse losing their shit because this is some Dummkopf who can't get it through his thick skull that not everything on that side of the lake is Strahd for some reason.
like, apologies. It's all so muddy. I don't seem to remember much other than Strahd. But you say you are not with Strahd, correct?
Correct. We actually want his head, which is the opposite of working for him.
I see.
Hold on. This is one for the group notes.
Where's the group notes? There it is. Humiliation of the highest order of the Burgermeister.
I forgot that group notes existed for a couple of sessions.
That's fair.
The group notes are funny. Horrible, no good, very bad day. Flame skulls.
Would anybody like to give me an Arcana roll? This mage.
Arcana roll, you say?
I did indeed say.
Fucking. Okay, that's not horrible.
It's not horrible. So with that, you get the idea that there's something unnatural about his lack of coherency. You're not sure what, but it seems like something is clouding his mind.
Gee, it would have been a really good time for me to not unprepare remove curse. Or at least, if he is cursed. This could also be something under the purview of a greater restoration.
He stands still kind of above you guys, like, you see, Strahd fears me. Fears what I know. But I've taken precautions to protect that. So how do I know that I can truly trust you? That you're not agents of Strahd? Perhaps he is trying to fool me now with you. He looks over at Leandra with the sword, the sun sword still in hand. Perhaps he intends to use me to destroy that weapon that can harm him. Vexing, very vexing.
You think he might destroy the sword?
Yes. It is definitely within my powers to do such a thing. Do you question me? Do you believe that I cannot do these things? For I am...
We need this thing. If you destroy this sword, then that is directly aiding the continued survival of Strahd.
Exactly.
And as we have established prior, we don't want his continued survival.
Very confusing.
You think calm emotions would help this situation?
You might have to cast it on Saoirse because they are about to fucking lose it.
It's each humanoid in a 20-foot radius sphere, so it would be all of us.
Look, we are not agents of Strahd. We come bearing the Sun Sword to perhaps alleviate any doubts, I suppose, if we can even say you have doubts, because you're clearly out of your mind. And so if we say we're not going to want to deal, or if we say we're not agents of Strahd, and we come to you and you tell us that you have the ability to do it, we're not going to ask you, you great lumbering oaf with horrible shoes.
Perhaps you are just playing mind games with me. Perhaps you want me to believe that.
It is not a mind game. Insert Aquan swearing here.
Yeah, Leandra's gonna cast calm emotions. Like, this guy needs to, like, chill.
Okay.
Insert even more primordial ranting here.
Actual, like, wording on the spell. Each humanoid in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range must succeed on a charisma saving throw or be affected by one of the following effects. Choose for each creature. The creature has immunity to the charmed and frightened conditions until the spell ends. If the creature was already charmed or frightened, those conditions are suppressed for the duration. Or the creature becomes indifferent about creatures of your choice that is hostile towards. This indifference ends if the creature takes damage or witnesses its allies taking damage. When the spell ends, the creature's attitude returns to normal. So, the spell as written doesn't exactly, like, apply to this situation, but I would probably choose that second effect. That would probably be the closest to, like, something that would help.
Yeah, no, I like that. We can do that. So, a charisma savings throw.
What would the saving throw be? 15, I think? No. Save DC 15, yeah. And
So we all roll charisma.
and yeah, for the silly, yeah, I'll have also like do that second effect on Saoirse to make Saoirse take a chill pill as well, like you were saying.
Oh, the 16.
Good news, it worked.
That's good. I have some bad news about the Mad Mage here.
Uh-oh.
He succeeded. I mean, not necessarily horrible news, but he's still kind of in his same.
Befuddled state.
Yeah. He's a little befuddled.
Luckily for him, Saoirse was about 2 seconds away from hitting him with a low-level cantrip just to get him to stop talking.
Yeah. He rolled really well on that. You can see his mind's kind of like, oh. Even though the spell didn't necessarily do anything to him, he's noticed the calming emotions a little bit. Like, oh.
And how Saoirse is suddenly very, very chill.
Like, you must understand, Strahd fears me, for I am. Well, you know who I am. Strahd knows I'm the only one that can defeat him.
I don't think we do know who you are, but it sounds like it could be a good idea to work together. As we have already said.
You can see the gears kind of turning in his head as he contemplates your words. Would somebody like to make me a persuasion roll to see if you can convince him?
I could try that.
Okay. Very nice. You see your words kind of sinking in. It's like, yes, allies against Strahd would be very nice to have. While I am definitely able to stop him myself, having others there in case might not be bad. As for, you see, Strahd, he wants the knowledge that I carry. He covets it. He fears it. Oh, in my knowledge, my wisdom, my infinite wisdom, I've locked it away from him. Locked it away from myself, even. He kind of taps his head for a moment. And so I couldn't even give it up if I wanted to.
That's actually a very, very good strategy. He can't pry it from you if you don't have it.
Yes.
So how strange. Just a moment ago I felt like hitting you in the face with a ray of frost, but now I suddenly am less inclined. How strange. Looks at Leandra.
I might have sensed tensions rising a bit and did something to alleviate that.
Well, perhaps it worked out.
Kind of There's it. That's all of you for a moment. Like I understand why you would want me to assist you against Strahd. But in my current state, don't know that I'm ready to face him. As it will take days before my self-inflicted predicament can be removed. Let's see here.
Well, the good news is we weren't planning on marching to his keep right away. These things take planning, you see.
Yes, I understand.
Whereabouts on this map is his keep anyway?
Is Strahd's keep?
If it's here.
It is this away. Bring you guys back to where you're at.
Come to think of it, if we're dealing with a vampire, we're dealing with something not mundane. That keep might have deterrences of the magical variety, if we're not careful.
He definitely is not one to be underestimated. Only one as powerful as myself would hope to stand a chance against the magical barriers that he has in place.
Aha! So there were wards.
And looks at you guys for a moment. As I must restore myself and find my spell book. My spellbook and my staff are very important. Powerful artifacts in their own right.
I'm looking at his token.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
I'm looking at his token, and he's got an interesting choice of face paint. Almost confused him for some sort of arcane clown.
Let's be honest. The mage probably isn't too far off from an arcane clown. Wait, no.
I mean, with the way he's acting, he might as well have brought the entire circus.
He looks each of you over very thoroughly. As I will be as honest with you as I can. While I don't necessarily trust all of you, I believe what you're saying. I believe that you believe what you are saying. Until I can restore my memories, though, I don't know who or what I can trust. Until such time, I don't know that we would be much assistance to each other. And as formidable as four of you may be, none of you has the power to restore my memory currently until my own wardings disappear. He looks up into the sky. I think roughly 8 hours, per se, before any of you would even have a chance of restoring them.
Leandra's points at Saoirse and is like, I wouldn't be so hopeless. This one's quite nifty with spells. They can figure some things out, for sure.
Looks her up and down for a moment again. Get the idea that perhaps he's seeing something that none of you can see. He nods. Maybe. Maybe you're right.
Is uncomfortably fidgeting with their hat.
I definitely sense potential. As he looks to each and every one of you. Yes, you all have potential. But potential is useless without conviction.
What good is a seed if not planted and nurtured?
He gives a smile at your words. Yes. Return to me in 24 hours. If you are who you say you are, you wish to stop Strahd. Help restore my memories. If you are not who you say you are, then I will destroy all of you when you return. Gives you a crooked smile. Deal?
So, who wants to make a deal that'll probably doom us all? Again.
Can any ally against Strahd is a good ally, but after he's just made that threat, can we trust him to remain stable enough to remember that we are on his side?
I mean, I'd be glad to make the deal if I had some reassurance that you're not going to forget that this exchange ever occurred, because, let's be honest, I don't think you've got all your marbles. I'd be happy to help you find them, but it's the fact that they are missing that might put a damper on any such endeavor.
Gives you a smile. Very wise. You can trust no one in this land of Barovia. So I do not hold that against you. I do assure you that I have my wits of sort. While I have many enemies, you've yet to attack me outright. So if you return in 24 hours to help me restore that which I've lost, then you have my word. As kind of looks up for a moment. I honestly don't remember what my name is. But you have my word.
Start with that. Start with remembering your name first, please.
Taps his head once more. Like I've locked all that away. Or there's power in even a name. Surely you know this.
Yes. First day of training with the Coven. Never give out your name. You might learn mine, for example, but you may not have it.
Very wise. He kind of steps back a little bit and kind of spreads his hands out a little bit and says, so do we have a deal?
anyone else feel like making a deal on our behalf, or do I have to do it again?
I mean, who hasn't made a deal with some entity at this point?
Right.
Whose turn is it?
Whose turn is it? Lyra, have you done one yet?
I don't think so. Maybe.
All right, well, it's your turn.
All right.
Lyra, you're going to step up and make this deal?
Mm-hmm.
One second here. Come on. Come on, computer. You can do it. You can load. Or it won't. Either way, you know. Okay, he walks up slowly to you. Reaches a hand out cautiously. Like, we have a deal then. Return tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Gives your hand one solid shake and then backs away quickly. As you look into his eyes, you can see they glow almost supernaturally, almost as if he's staring into your very essence. So I will see you tomorrow, little wolf. Now, gang, we all seem to be a little bit tired and out of sorts. Do we want to end there tonight? Or do we want to keep going a little bit longer?
I think my brain juice is running a little bit dry.
And know some of you have some obligations still that you're trying to take care of, and still trying to make sure that you're here for the game, which I greatly appreciate. So if you guys want, we could hang it there for now, and maybe in 2 weeks, because we're getting close to Christmas with that, right? 20th.
Don't remind me, but yeah.
Yeah. Everyone, we're getting close to Christmas. Remember that.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna remember. Thank you.
What is D&D if not a reason to forget your obligations and then remember them last second?
We're definitely not meeting the day
I
after
mean-
my birthday.
Who knows?
Nice.
Maybe the 20th we can do the Christmas special.
Here we go. The group has to go help Santa, who is the only entity that can make it into Barovia without concern.
Honestly,
Or more specifically, he can come and go.
Yeah.
Coming in isn't so hard, it's the getting out that's the issue.
Now I want to see if anybody's brought this up. I'm sure they have. Oh yeah, there's fan-made stuff about Santa Claus coming to Barovia.
And this year, Strahd is on the naughty list.
Yeah.
It ends
Oh.
here, filth. Undead filth.
Beautiful. Yeah, maybe we'll have to have a little bit of a Christmas themed if we're able to go in 2 weeks.
Hey, maybe
But,
the weather just turns all snowy and shit.
I mean, where I am, it already is. So
Mhm.
I imagine where some of the rest of you are, it probably is, because I know some of you aren't too far from me. Hopefully, it doesn't get that way for you, Saoirse. If it does, well, it might be fun for you.
If it snows here, the governor is declaring a state of emergency.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh,
Laughson hasn't snowed here in, 70 years?
yeah. Well, to be honest, it usually doesn't snow where I'm at here in the Midwest. It's usually just ice storms. So having actual snow that I could shovel in my driveway was unusual again. But hopefully we get a nice, snow for Christmas, and that's it. But
All
with
I
that-
really want for Christmas is a sinkhole to swallow up the governor's mansion.
Hell yeah.
I can't ask for snow because snow is impossible down here. But sinkholes are a well-documented phenomenon that happens down here because Florida's bedrock is limestone, and limestone is prone to corrosion.
Yes. I mean, to be fair, last year we had was it last year? I think it was last year. We had a nice mine collapse out where I am here. So, that was a nice sinkhole. That and our roads are just not kept up, so every once in a while they just form into sinkholes.
Mm-hmm.
I hope nobody was in the mine when it collapsed.
No, I don't believe so. But a place that I'd been working at, I think months prior to it collapsing, maybe a year, they had a plant right next to it, so they could see it from their office, which had to be very terrifying. Well, crew, it has been fun, but as I said, I think we will hang it up there for the night. Claire, are we going to be able to pull off tomorrow night?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
At least I'm able to.
Good. I should be able to for those of us playing in that one as well. Things have just been so chaotic lately. I know it's been hard for us just to be able to pull off this game and tomorrow night's game.
Mm-hmm.
So figured I would try and remind, that way I don't forget about it until 5 minutes till. Not that I've ever done that.
Wow. I haven't. I have reminders on my phone.
Yeah. Now, there have been times where I'm like there's something about to start, isn't there? Like, oh yeah, I better go hop on Discord. Otherwise, it's everyone will be waiting on me. All right.
In closing,
Yep.